am Brian Prasad, real estate expert and your host. We are live on location at the beautiful Distillery District. My guests today are Keith Graham from City Accord Realty and Callum Ross, Senior Vice President for the Mortgage Center.
Good point. Assignments. I mean, obviously, you know, you're well versed with assignments, and Brian, you are.
Explain what assignments are, because not a lot of people know what they are.
Well, assignments, it's a new way of buying. I mean, it's been around since the 70s, since the condominium market has been around, but never as prevalent as in the last year or so. Assignments is just basically the original buyer who bought, maybe in 2005, is now assigning their interest in the property. It's a nice way of saying I'm selling my property, providing they're getting the permission of the developer. But it's saving everybody tons of money, because, you know, you find the land transfer taxes are not paid twice. A lot of the cases, city taxes are not being paid once. HST is not going to have to be paid. Everybody's saving on the closing costs and the interim occupancy fees.
So the investor would actually sell before they have to close and pay the land transfer and everything, and you, exactly, I guess, have a network of investors, because these properties can't be put on MLS.
No, they cannot.
So you have a network that you sell it in your network, or people could, they know someone that wants to live in this building, so they flip it off to them.
It really is the new educated purchaser that's coming out of the woods and buying. You really have to do your homework, and you have to have a good lawyer, and you have to have a good agent, because there's a lot of tricks involved. I mean, you have to remember, the original purchaser put 25% down. Typically, an end user likes to put 5 or 10%, maximum 20% to take advantage of the new rule on the financing. But that original purchaser is going to need their 25% back, and then what happened to the profit? That's a lot of money.
Assignments, a lot of times people assume that assignments are this guaranteed right. In fact, some developers even forbid assignments in the purchase and sale. So these are some of the details that people need to be looking at.
Do you ensure that when you work with a developer that he allows the assignments?
Oh yeah, well, when you're buying in the beginning, you're getting a lot of things for your customer, because you're buying in bulk with a number of other people. So capping the closing costs and getting the assignment rights is a given. There's also a number of other things that we're doing for our purchasers.
So Callum, usually not everyone wants to put their 25% down plus whatever they're going to pay to these assignment people.
Yep.
Is there a way that someone, if they're buying an assignment, they could close and maybe just put 5% down and then pay the person out?
Well, there's a lot of different ways. I mean, obviously these things, can be more complicated strategies. I mean, you can look at things from your first-time buyer's plan using your RSP contribution. You can even look at self-directed RSP investments and investing in a second mortgage for yourself. Some of these things come down to the intricacies. Brought up the idea. Keith brought up the idea that it's really important to have a good agent, a good mortgage person, a good lawyer involved, and it's your team that helps you specialize in these things. There's a million different ways to do it, and obviously, the numbers need to make sense. But a lot of times, you get an investor who's they're not dealing with something on the MLS, so they're looking to make a deal. They realize there's some concessions that need to be made, and again, it's creating a win-win deal. I mean, that's what structuring real estate transactions is all about. And so that win-win a lot of times means some concessions on either side to make the deal work.
So that's actually perfect timing again, because we got to go to break. You're watching Inside Toronto Real Estate live on Rogers TV. We're coming to you from the Distillery District. Folks, if you have a question about investing in pre-construction condos, give Keith and Callum a call, 416-446-7090. We'll be right back.